Today, I guess you could call this Makeover Monday. I painted my hair, basically. That's probably going to be the extent of my makeover. I don't think it's an improvement. But we are making some changes in our little space. We're in the process of painting and moving things around in here. Let's see how it looks by the end of the day. This is the finished-ish product. We have a new space in our home. This is for David and I. This has not been gone through. Hasn't really been styled yet. There's still stars from the kids. Oh, and this is just disgusting. Ugh. But ignore that. Still stars from the kids stuff. Probably just gonna get rid of this lamp thing, but it's here for the moment until I finish styling things because I'm not quite sure what we're gonna do. We have this little space over here. I'm probably gonna take these doors off. Oh, this is very old school type of stuff we have to work with, but making the most of things, I guess you could say. Feels good to have a clean space, clean and bright with white. Oh, and if you'll notice, I'm wearing, this looks weird, probably because they're a tiny bit too small. Wearing my mom's old overalls. Hi, Mom. Doesn't feel too bad for a day's work. We're also rearranging the other bedroom where we used to all be sleeping at once all together. This just used to be the kids' playroom. I haven't painted in there yet, so maybe we'll show that to you next week. I am looking forward to fixing that problem right there. I forgot an important component. I have a mirror. A mirror that's just mine. Well, and David's, but he probably won't really use it much. I forgot to mention that things like this are not stuff that they're not stuff that we actually went and picked out or anything of the sort. It's just stuff that we already had. So we're still kind of making do, but we can do better with what we have to work with. They'll make decent nightstands, and they have our stuff in them. Underwear, socks, tank tops. Well, David's aren't tank tops, they're called undershirts. But you know what I mean. This feels new. It almost feels like a vacation or something. There's just like this space that's ours. To most people, this is just normal life, having a bedroom. But for us, other than about 6 months broken up into 2 different 3-month periods, this is the first time in 5+ years that we've had our own space. Before we had Maverick, maybe was in her own room for a little while. Then when we had Maverick, he was in our room for a long time. When we went to Costa Rica for the winter a while back, the kids had their own room while we were there for 3 months. Briefly before we went, they had their own room, like Maverick had transitioned to being in this room with Maybe. But when we came back from Costa Rica 3+ years ago, we decided that we wanted to move all of our sleeping into one room, kind of to make better use of the space. So that's when we moved to have our bedrooms together. It's been perfectly fine. We haven't minded it at all. It's just that it was so crowded in there. It wasn't a relaxing space at all. It just wasn't ideal. We enjoyed being in the same room with the kids, honestly. I'm gonna miss that. They felt like they were ready to have their own room. And obviously we don't mind having our own room. So we'll see how it goes.